right, good Wednesday morning, everybody. We are live here in the KENS 5 Weather Digital Center on a Wednesday, and it is a cold start, probably the coldest start we've had so far this season for fall 2024. Temperatures middle to upper 30s at this hour, so we're going to be cold for the next several hours as temperatures recover into the 60s later on this afternoon. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to comment down below. Join the conversation. We're talking all things weather here on KENS 5. If you're traveling, if you're going anywhere, if you're driving across the state, we can always dive deep into detail about where it is that you're going. So again, comment down below if you have any questions about the weather, about the pollen count. We could always go into detail about that as well. Now, this is yesterday's pollen count. It's significant. It's special because mountain cedar popped up for the first time this season. It was light yesterday at 20. Molds were light at 90. Now we just have molds in today's pollen count, which we'll update in a little bit. And mountain cedar is currently out of the pollen count, but make no mistake, it is only the beginning. Matter of fact, through December, January, and February, it begins to peak. And if you're from South Texas, you'll see counts of mountain cedar over 10,000, 20,000 sometimes. It really climbs and maxes out in mid-January to early February for the increase of cedar fever here in South Texas. Remember that all originates in the hill country. Cold fronts are what's responsible for transporting all the cedar pollen down from Kerr County, Gillespie County to Bexar County. All those northerly winds, that wind shift helps transport all the pollen in our direction, which leads to the spikes of mountain cedar this time of year. Clear skies, we have a beautiful start to the day. It is chilly though. We had morning temperatures in the middle 30s in San Antonio. Around the metro and especially towards the hill country, we started out in the upper 20s, lower 30s, had freezing temperatures anywhere from Hondo to Bernie to Kerrville to Fredericksburg. We dipped down to about 28 in the hill country from this morning. Now, we did have a freeze warning in effect, but that has since expired in the last hour, so no freezing weather is on the way for the rest of today. We just have clear skies, satellite and radar showing the big story, and temperatures will recover into the lower 60s later on this afternoon under mostly sunshine. Going to be a beautiful day here in San Antonio. Just waiting for things to update. Perfect. There it is right there. Current temperatures across the area from 45 in the city, so a nice recovery already from the mid-30s this morning. 41 at Bernie at this hour, 34 at Bandera. Remember, they dropped to freezing this morning. They were at 33 to 32, probably about, let's say, an hour ago or so. Clear skies over downtown San Antonio. Temperature-wise, we're 48 at the airport, 48 at Stinson. Sunny skies, nice weather across the area. Comment from Roxy. Good morning. Can I wear sandals today, Roxy? That's our new meteorologist here at KENS 5. Yeah, I wish we could. It's December, but it's unfortunately not sandal weather, Roxy. But that is very, very funny. Sonia, good morning. Have a great day, Sonia. Hope you're having a wonderful morning and kickstarting your Wednesday. We're halfway through the week and great weather, just a little cold this morning. You know, weather like this makes you miss summer, right? I mean, in June and July, temperatures are not like this. We're usually like in the 70s in the mornings and then daytime highs are in the 90s and 100s. But it makes you appreciate when you get this type of weather, 40s and 30s in the mornings and overnights. 48 at Stinson, everybody, 45 at the airport, 34 at Kerrville, 37 at Rock Springs at this hour. 32 and still freezing in Fredericksburg, and here's the 14-day. We went a little fast. Let's see if we can rewind this back real quick. So that was the a look at temperatures. That's the 14 days. So basic, takeaway from this week's weather. It'll be cold tomorrow morning and cold early tomorrow. Today, obviously, but things warm up eventually. I would say by this weekend, we're back in the 70s. It's going to be a little warm this afternoon, but very warm Saturday and Sunday and Monday. So big changes are on the way to San Antonio. Let's do the hour-by-hour forecast and show you what we have. We have warming temperatures. It'll be seasonal today. It'll feel a lot like December. Lower 60s, maybe some mid-60s south of Highway 90. Eagle Pass expected to see a high temperature of 64 this afternoon, I should say. From Joe, good morning. Guess no Riverwalk at lunch today. I mean, you could just have a jacket, maybe, one or two layers, Joe. It's going to be great. I think it'll be beautiful weather by 2 and 3 o'clock this afternoon. It won't be, too warm. It won't be too cold. It'll be just right in the 60s this afternoon, Joe. So I think it'll be overall pretty nice lunch weather this afternoon. Tonight, skies clear, but we'll see a few clouds overhead tomorrow. And I'm expecting another light freeze in the hill country tomorrow morning. But mid-30s in San Antonio. So very comparable, 34, 35 tomorrow morning in San Antonio, 40s and 30s in the hill country. Depending on how much cloud cover moves in our direction, that'll dictate more about temperatures in the overnight. So when we have cloud cover moving in, that can act as a blanket sometimes and keep temperatures warmer in the overnight. Obviously, it's still going to be cold tomorrow early. But cloud cover can sometimes insulate temperatures and keep it from dipping down below freezing. So this particular model has clouds moving overhead and temperatures hovering in the middle 30s in the hill country tomorrow. But that could easily dip down to 32, 31, 30 in Kerrville and Bandera and Fredericksburg tomorrow early. So it's going to be cold. And I think, this morning and tomorrow morning, we'll see a very similar setup, a few clouds overhead, but mostly clear. And then at or below 32 for a few hours for these highlighted counties in blue. Bandera County, Kerr County, Kendall County, Gillespie County to Riel and Edwards County. Likely another freeze tomorrow morning in this area. So here's the 14-day, guys. We have updates on our KENS 5 app. If you want, download it today. We have constant weather updates from our KENS 5 weather team. Constant updates, not just cold weather, but severe weather, tropical weather, wintry weather. Winter begins officially in about 10 days or so, and it's just the beginning. So we have constant weather updates on our KENS 5 app. Download it today. Carolyn, you don't mind these temperatures after the never-ending hot weather from the summer. Yeah, matter of fact, this past summer almost lingered into the early part of fall. September was warm. October was one of the hottest Octobers on record. November was decent, but now we're starting to really cool down consistently with highs in the 60s and 70s every single day. But even at that, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 73, 74, that's pretty warm for December standards. But we're not complaining because mid-70s is great, even though it's warm for December, warm for fall. We'll take it. Mornings will be in the 50s and 60s this weekend. Small chance at a stray shower. Better chance at an isolated storm Monday as another cold front drops in. We'll go from 75 to 65 next Monday to Tuesday. This weekend, if you have any plans outdoors, it should go off without a hitch. Don't let it cancel your plans. These rain chances are very low, 10-20% at best, as temperatures stay pretty comfortable in the mid-70s and morning lows in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Again, guys, download the KENS 5 app. We have frequent updates with the weather forecast, whether it's tropical, winter-related, severe weather-related. We have constant weather updates from our KENS 5 weather team here on Channel 5. So that's the forecast, guys. Today, 62, 67 tomorrow, and a lot warmer Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as a warming trend takes place. And overall, pretty quiet conditions in the area. Small chance of rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 20% at best, 30% on Monday. That's ahead of our next cold front. So between Monday and Tuesday, we'll drop highs from the 70s back down into the 60s. Morning temperatures closing on the 50s and 40s by this time next week on the 18th and 19th. And the Christmas Eve forecast is officially on the 14-day. Looks like, as of right now, obviously things can change between now and then. Cold morning and nice chilly afternoon in the 50s and 60s, which is seasonal for this time of year. Carolyn, good morning to you. Thank you so much. Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's so warm in summertime, so when we get these kind of temperatures in fall and winter, we do much appreciate these temperatures in the 60s and 70s and even mornings in the 30s and 40s. Even though it's brief, right? It's not the majority of the year. It's just, December, January, and February we see these kind of temperatures, and it'll become more frequent as we progress into the end of the month, into January and February. As you saw on that pollen count, it's improving, but it is only the beginning of mountain cedar season. It's only going to get worse and worse through the middle of winter. Get ready for that. All right, guys, that is it for weather. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. It's going to be a beautiful day. High near 62, right around average for December. 67 on Thursday. 70s waiting for us Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a small chance of rain. Don't let it cancel plans. More clouds, if anything, with a few breaks in the sky on Saturday and Sunday. Middle of December is upon us, and Christmas Eve is officially on the 14th day. Right now, chilly in the morning and cool in the afternoon with a mixture of sunshine and clouds. Obviously, things will change in the extended forecast. Have a great Wednesday, guys. Be safe, and we'll see you later on KENS 5 News at Noon.